Starting off season one, we established the character. You got to make it your own. What were you looking forward to exploring with Will in season two?
I was really looking forward to peeling back these layers and exploring a deeper side of Will and a more vulnerable side of Will. After the incident with his father, who is he, right? And after like the trust is broken between him and Uncle Phil, where is he? Who is he? You know what I mean? And him discovering that and him finding his own freedom. I feel like season two of Bel-Air is even more of a coming of age story than season one was, and I think that's something that we can all relate to. So I'm excited for everybody to see it.
So we're seeing Will go through the challenges of love as well in season two and new friends and things of that nature. So, what is Will's mind state as far as relationships and love in season two?
I mean, I think Will is like I said, he's in a very vulnerable place. And so when our new love interest finds him, like it's kind of out of nowhere. And, I think Lisa is like his soul, but like Jackie brings the spice, right? And so I think that's something new that he wants to. And so he jumps into that world. And she's also connected to Doc, who is a character that Will really looks up to. And so in that way, he wants to get to know her a little more. And I don't know if he was actually looking for love, but it kind of found him.
So you bring up Doc, and basketball is an important part of Will's life. So what are we going to learn about Will through basketball in season two?
We're gonna learn that we're gonna learn that Will has to learn how to balance both worlds, and we're gonna see him juggling the idea of living in Bel Air while also like giving off the persona that he's still in Philly. You know what I mean? And like to these other guys who perceive him as a guy from Bel Air, and so that's gonna be interesting to see as well. That balance, you know.
So one of the things that I love is obviously the family ties that we get to explore through Bel Air, but also the ties that bind both chosen family as well as blood ties and through the Black men in this. So can you talk about Will's relationships deeper this season with all of his connections with Jazz, with Uncle Phil, and with Jeffrey?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Jazz and Jeffrey are kind of his chosen family for sure. And Uncle Phil, he's not really related to Uncle Phil, but still, like, that's still family at the end of the day. And I think his relationship with each one of these characters is so deep, and it's like a pivotal like relationships. These relationships are like relationships that he needs to have, in his life to like become the man he's gonna become. And so, like, I think a lot of themes for this season is like becoming and belonging, And so, like, in order to like make him feel as though he's home, Uncle Phil does all he can, and Jeffrey relates to him in a certain way, and so he always takes him under his wing, and him and Jazz are kind of like, kind of big brother little brother energy, almost a little bit, but like friend energy. And so I think all of these characters are super important and for Will's development as a character.
So, outside of Will's journey that we're going to explore this season, what other character are you excited for the audience to see their development and what they have in store for them in
I'm
season?
excited for people to see Carlton's development. That's gonna be fun for people to watch. He's always a fun character for people to watch for sure. He's always got the hot seat.
Always, always, always. So, Will also has a special relationship to his family with Ashley, Hillary, and Aunt Viv in the show. So, in season two, what type of opening up and new areas are we going to get to see Will explore with that side?
Mmm. Interesting question. You know what? I feel like he goes to battle for Ashley in a way after her teacher is fired, and so like we see him show up for his family in that way, constantly showing up for his family, but also the repercussions of his actions, right? And so like him wanting to show up for his family, but what happens when you do it? Because Will always does things with the good intentions, but in the wrong way. You know what I mean? And so, what will the repercussions look like? And that's going to be exciting to watch as well. And just like continuing the relationship between him and Hillary and him and Aunt Viv, they're always giving him great advice. And like he needs those strong women in his life, He's a mama's boy, and so he's used to that, those women in his life, yeah.